Hey, what's going on, everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about what is probably one of the coolest things that they've added into the game in a very long time. We are talking about Dream Teams. This is something that was just announced during the showcase for Wish Blossom Ranch, and pretty much it was like a showcase of the future of Dreamlight Valley. Now we're going to go over all of this, what you need to do, what you can expect, and is it actually worth becoming or joining a Dream Team? We're going to talk about it in today's video. If you guys would hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate you. Let's jump right into it. Alrighty guys, so here it is, the Dream Team. What I like about this is it's its own separate tab up here at the top, right between the event tab, and then over here by the quest tab, we have a whole new section. Now, Dream Teams are going to be joining the Valley on December 10th. This is a free update. It's during the entire like Cinderella free update. That's when everyone will have access to this, so it's not during Wish Blossom Ranch. Now there are quite a few things we're going to go over and some things that you may have missed. I will say before we dive into this, I of course have a very large Discord that is exclusively for Dreamlight Valley. If you guys are going to need a dream team and you want to be able to like see what other people have, you want to chat with some other people or form your own dream team, be sure to join our Discord down below. We also have a big trading Discord there, and it is completely free. It takes like 1 second. You can even just lurk in our Discord server if you want, but I will pin that at the top of the comment section below. That way, when this update comes around, you could form your own dream team if you want. Now, if you don't want to go that route, there are actually a couple options in game to form your dream team as well. So right here, you can actually create your own dream team. So this is essentially like a guild if you've played like other MMO games, kind of like a friends list, a little community center built into Dreamlight Valley so you can kind of interact with some other players. So let's read the description here. They said dream teams are another way to connect with our other fellow villagers. Help each other by sharing resources and let them know about your latest activities through pictures in a photo reel. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but the photo reel sounds interesting. Now, like I said, you could create your own team if you want, right? Or you can search dream teams, or you can put a dream team code entry. So the search dream teams is what it says, what it sounds like. You're going to be able to click on this and see a whole list of people that are like posting where you can join their dream team. So you don't even have to like talk to someone. You don't have to go through external channels and interact with other people. You could just click search dream teams. And then if you find one that you think aligns with you, that looks good, you could send them a request to let you join. They may accept it or they may deny you. If they deny you, that's okay. Don't feel bad. You could just go find another dream team that you like their name, you like their motto, and then keep trying so you can join that way. And then the dream team code entry is pretty much like if I have a dream team, right? And I'm saying like you, if you want to join mine, you would type in this code and then you could join my dream team. So that's pretty much what we have here at the main menu. And that is what a dream team is. Now, unfortunately, this is restricted to you plus 7 other people. So it looks like there's only going to be, at least at launch, 8 people in a dream team. I was hoping it was going to be much larger. Honestly, I wanted like at least a couple hundred slots. And then over here on the left, we have members. So when you click on that, it's going to show you the members in your current dream team. We also have item sharing, which is the main focus of this thing. And then we have team feed. This is going to show you what other people in your dream team are doing, like unlocking achievements, if they completed a quest, if they leveled up a specific villager, if they joined a valley with a specific code. You have all the information in your built-in community here. And then settings right here. I'm also curious what this is going to show off. But let's go ahead and watch some more of this. There's some more information right here. This is what it looks like when you're setting up your own dream team. So maybe you want to set up a dream team just for you and a family member, maybe one other friend. You could set up a community with just 2 of you or 3 players. You don't have to have a full roster of 8. So what you would do is you would come over here, it says Dream Team Identity Settings, and you would type in the name for your dream team. So for example, they're using bookworms. You also have just a little motif. It's just an icon for your dream team. And then you have like a little motto down here. These ones are predetermined. You just have to select from a list of them. So you can put whatever you want for your name, assuming it's appropriate. And then you have to pick something here. And then we also have, I guess, another little extra flair to kind of personalize your dream team. However, we'll have to learn more about this right here. And then you just hit OK, and then boom, your dream team has been created. So here's the little models that you can have, like Out of a Fairy Tale, Once Upon a Dream. It's just stuff to customize your dream team, make it stand out. So when people do go to search dream teams, they might find one that they really like, and maybe they like the name you chose for your dream team, and they can join you that way. Here is a bunch of the little like motifs, the little objects that you can pick from to actually assign it to personalize yours. And then here we go. Here's the main purpose of the dream team. It is actually for sharing resources. Now, at first, it looks like there's not much information here, but there actually is. Let me walk you through it. So it looks like it's not going to be every single item in the game. I don't know if you would be able to like give a bunch of time bending manuals or anything crazy like that. But right here from the trailer, they showed off, stuff like clay, dark wood, dry wood. Even down here, there is dream shards. So you will actually be able to share dream shards with other players. And you will also be able to request dream shards so other players can send them to you. It looks like it shows there's like 50 clay right here, right? And it looks like you can actually keep pressing the plus right here to go higher. So I'm not sure just yet if there is a limit on each like specific item. I would assume there is. Like say you could probably only send or receive maybe 20 dream shards a day. But the fact that there's 50 clay, that's a lot. That's a lot of clay, especially if you have a quest that you're needing that for. And it shows like when you're setting it up to request an item, they only have 14 total in their inventory or their chest. So they are requesting 50 of these, and then they would hit request item. But then down here it says remaining daily requests. There is 2 left. So it looks like each player, yourself, and the other people in your dream team can request up to 4 different things. So whether it's, one of them being clay, one being stone, one being crystal, and then maybe one being iron ore. As you see right here, it shows like actual crafting materials. It doesn't show iron ingots. So yeah, you're going to have a cooldown right here after you do it. Looks like it's just going to be 4 different types of items per day. And they probably have a cap on how many you can actually request or receive. So then it takes us here. So this is over here in your item sharing section of your dream team. It shows an empty blank spot. I'm assuming this is you. And then here would be the 7 other people you could have in your team. And as you see, there's lots of different other players here. If they have their little profile picture here, it shows what platform they're on. So it looks like everybody here is PC. If you're on the Switch or Xbox, it may even have like a console, like a controller logo. But Paul over here only wants 5 carrots. Maybe he's ahead of the game. He's in desperate need of 5 carrots. For whatever reason, Paul doesn't want to go over and plant those 5 carrots himself. So he's going to request them and see if one of you guys, someone in this dream team, can fulfill that order so he can keep trekking along. Now, Victoria, she needs 25 aquamarine. That's a lot. That's a hefty sum there. I'm honestly surprised you could trade up to 25 per day. It could even be more. It could be 50. I mean, we have 50 clay up here. Let's see. We have Mylene ended up having, like, she has a lot of stuff that she wants to receive. 7 fish. We got 12 flowers, 2 shiny gems. Anouk over here actually wants some food dishes. So I'm curious if you could actually send a whole stack of food their way. So again, it looks like it's just 4 different sections you can have per day. And then here's one thing that's very interesting. So we're viewing this as if we are the one that's going to donate to someone else, like a Mylene here. So you can choose each item, what you want to do. So we want to donate just 50 clay. If it shows you down here how much you actually own. So we have 249 clay. I can go ahead and give my good pal Mylene 50 of that and hit donate. But watch what happens after they hit donate. You actually end up getting 2 pixel shards. These are something that are very rare, very difficult to get. The only way to get these is actually going into multiplayer and playing for a long time and hoping that in someone else's valley, you end up finding one of these on the ground. Now it looks like we have a surefire way of obtaining these very easily. It's like a great incentive for you to actually go out here and help other players. So it said successfully sent 50 clay. Here's some items for helping. These are sent to your backpack or mailbox if full. Now, one thing I find interesting here, we'll have to really see if there's limitations on this, if you have to send something expensive like 50 clay, or if you could just send one rock, one gem, one fish, one flower, and maybe this would be a great way to farm up pixel shards, because this is the actual game giving it to you. So essentially, if you were to go up here and donate to everyone, you beat everybody in your dream team and donate to them, you could potentially get up to it looks like 56 of these pixel shards per day. That is if everybody had a full slot of 4 and you went and just, cleaned house. You just went ahead and donated everything. So then you can also take those pixel shards and like come over here to your crafting station, like refined materials, and it takes 5 pixel shards to make one of these duplicates. These actually add to this thing up here at the top right, which pretty much makes it where if you're missing a specific crafting requirement, it'll just automatically fill it for you. So maybe you're crafting something, you need 5 dark wood, you don't have any, you could use like 5 of these to be able to make up the difference. You can also use those pixel shards to make the cooking flame, which essentially does the exact same thing. If you're missing some ingredients, it'll go ahead and pull from the cooking flame rather than you having to go out and garden. So up next, they actually show off the search dream team section here. And at first it just shows up where you can manually type in a name and then hopefully they'll pop up. I have a feeling it may be more advanced than this. Maybe it's because they obviously don't have a bunch of other dream teams out there that have been created. So I'm really hoping that it's where you can actually just sort through and look at random dream teams rather than searching by a name. So this is another way, like as a good backup, you can join our Discord. That way you can become part of a dream team when we launch those channels, and then it'll just be easier. You're ready for day one. So then they go over here to the tab for your dream team. So you have like the name right here, the motto, but you also have this activity log right here. So as you can see, it says Paul joined with a code. You can also heart it, or everybody in the dream team can as well. We also have like Mylene here started a valley visit with code 611024. I find it interesting that they're actually sharing the code because someone else could join. Although I really doubt somebody would log on in a dream team and then randomly join, even if they were complete strangers. I personally don't think that would really be a major issue. I don't think anyone's really going to be, a menace and just go around joining random valleys from the people in their dream team. Then we have Gabriella here that leveled up friendship with Penelope to level 7. So I guess this activity log could potentially really be rolling because, with 8 people in here total and you're putting up notifications for minor stuff like leveling up Penelope, you can invite recent players, which is nice. So I guess if someone actually joined your valley, you can click on this and it'll pull up a list of recent people that were in your valley. And then you can also dissolve the dream team, which just means disband it, start new, or just be done with it altogether. Now this activity log right here, I believe it's going to be the same as the team feed, except the team feed tab could be a much larger version of showing off the activity log and also the photo mode that they were talking about at the beginning. So remember, down here in the description, they said connect with other fellow villagers, help each other by sharing resources, and let them know about your latest activities through pictures in a photo reel. So in team feed, you may actually be able to take pictures and post it on like a community wall, and then other people can actually heart it and other people can view it. And I don't know if you can actually comment on it. We'll have to see once this actually drops. But how exciting is that? Maybe you're going to show off your dream snap and be like, hey, which one of these looks better? We still don't know if there's any way to communicate in game. It doesn't look like there's going to be, but unless you do a caption or so. So the fact that it says that you can let them know about your latest activities through pictures in a photo reel, that has me very, very excited. I also believe this whole community built-in feature that they have is just a start. I think they're just building the foundation. And then as the years go by, I believe they're going to expand on it larger and larger. And eventually we may have a whole social hub within Dreamlight Valley where you can post your dream snaps every week, and where you can comment, get feedback, interact with other players. So this is pretty cool. Now, this is pretty much everything that we know about this so far. I know you guys may have a few questions. One of them being, well, Suro, is my game going to be safe? Like, let's say I invite Bob, random player, or I join someone's random dream team through the in-game built-in search feature. And I see a dream team called, My Little Pony. They got a rainbow. You hop in there, and it's a bunch of people that just have tremendous amounts of stuff every day. They're dropping you dream shards. They're dropping you tons and tons of the rarest flowers. Will you get banned or anything like that? I really doubt it. I really don't think that there's much of an issue when it comes to banning. I know there was that scare at the very beginning of the game. Gameloft has obviously thought this through. They know about treasure valleys. They know about people modding items into the game and duplicating them. They are purposefully adding a feature in here to share resources so you can help each other out. So I don't think if there's like some items that may have been modded in personally, I don't think that it would flag your game or anything like that. Again, they're not going to want to implement something that's going to give them a major headache where they're constantly banning players. So I personally don't think you have to worry about that at all. It is a feature where they're wanting you to expand and play with other people. It's not necessarily like you have to play with you only have to have people in your dream team that you absolutely know, that you absolutely have like in your same household, and that your brother Timmy and Jimmy are not going to just mod your stuff and get it in here. So I think you're good. I don't think you have to worry about that. And then you may be wondering, do you have to have multiplayer on, like say console, Nintendo Switch? Do you have to have a membership? Probably. I think to use any of the multiplayer features in the game, you probably will. And then you could also be wondering, maybe you have some anxiety or social anxiety. Doesn't look like there's any way in game that actually has any communicating, talking, texting, or anything like that. So you should be able to just join a dream team and then put up what you need and then receive it. Or you could also donate and help other people too. So I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue there. You also don't have to participate in this if you don't want to. It's just another way to get items and also to help other players. And honestly, this could be another way that they're trying to combat like treasure valleys, that way people don't actively seek out treasure valleys, or, maybe they don't rely on seeking out on external forums. Kind of keeps everything in game in a more safe place because it's just everything going through here. So you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be able to give you everything you're pretty much going to need. How often are you really going to need more than 25 of these gems in one day? And then you could potentially get more than 25 in a day. Same with hardwood, or if you're like a newer player, it's going to help you to be able to be part of a dream team and get resources and things like that. So it could also combat those where, some people have Etsy shops or like on eBay and they're selling resources for real money. Now you're not really going to have to actively seek out that, because if you need a lot of Dreamlight, just come on here every single day, throw up some dream shards, and then, Billy may end up drop you some dream shards every single day. So I think overall this is going to be a great addition to the game. And it's not really like a multiplayer thing where you have to worry about going into someone else's valley. You don't have to talk to someone else. You don't really have to get their code or actually load into their valley and worry if they're modding their game and if you're going to get flagged, because this little multiplayer feature right here, you're not going into anyone's valley at all. It's literally like a mailbox system, which is really awesome. So I actually think this is going to be great for a lot of people, especially if you don't really care about multiplayer too much. And that's pretty much all I have. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know down below. Again, we don't have too much. We don't have all the information just yet, but this is everything that we know so far. So I hope this video helped clear things out a little bit, help explain it. And yeah, please have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.